3091. That's 800-708-3091.
The following program paid for by Right Path.
Oh, you texted me. It said 2 minutes, huh?
Represent the views or opinions
Yeah, I got
of
it.
Staff, management, or ownership of this station. It's time to get on the right path with Right Path Real Estate Radio with Tom Perry. Get the answer to your question that's keeping you from taking action and succeeding today.
Welcome to the show.
Get ready. The guy that will put your fears behind you is on the air now. Taking calls at 713-685-1817. Toll free 877-881-0271. Now here's your host, Tom Perry.
Hot mics.
Hey, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. That's 713-785-1817. Hey, it's Wednesday. It looks like it's going to be a nice day out today. Although it calls for thunderstorms, and I'm scheduled to fly to Dallas. There's an event tonight, Super Investor Meeting in Dallas, and I'll be there. It starts really at 6 o'clock. Networking starts at 6. Program starts at 7. Goes solid till about 9. I'll bolt out of there at 9, take a lift to the airport, 9:30, catch a 10 o'clock flight, be back home by 11, do the radio show tomorrow. And that's how you do it. You know, it's fascinating to me when I look at the more you start hanging around successful people, what you start noticing is some trends align. And most of the people that are not successful, what they want to focus on is trying to learn techniques. But what they miss is the discipline of the action. It's one thing to have knowledge, and knowledge is important. But knowledge without action is nothing. You get all the knowledge in the world. In fact, it's amazing to me. When I went through college, there were so many college professors that I knew that had spent a great deal of activity gaining the knowledge that then they would share with others. But that's really all they ever did with their lives. It's just, now, don't get me wrong, nothing wrong with sharing knowledge with other people. That's a great life endeavor. But in terms of actually putting that knowledge to use for themselves to apply to, benefit society, things like that. Not just, hey, if I learn how to start fire and then I teach you how to start fire, yeah, okay, that's great that you're teaching other people how to do that, right? But there's so much more that can go beyond that. And it's fascinating to me that, I was sharing a story with a guy that I work with. In fact, he's followed on Facebook. Hey, brother, you know who you are. Won't share names or anything like that, but, there was a time when I owned Fast Track. And because I'm the founder of Fast Track. I don't own it any longer, but I started a construction company not really knowing anything about construction. But I'm an action taker. And then, lo and behold, I found out from Home Depot, from the Home Depot rep, he goes, hey, Tom, you may not know this, but you're the number 2 customer in, that's weird. Looks like I'm the overlay. Here we go. Look at that. Okay. Now I appear on screen apparently. How about that? So, yeah, there we go. Sorry about that. I was not using the right overlay screen, so I can multitask. There we go. How about that? Now I'm here. You can see me and all that, so I'll go away from the mountains. All right, there we go. So back to my story. So found out from the Home Depot rep, I'm the number 2 guy in Houston in terms of total purchases. I was spending about 7 figures a year from Home Depot, about $1 million a year. So being the competitive guy that I am, I always wanting to chase down the guy in front of me, right? When I was a competitive racquetball player, then what I would do is I'd play somebody, and if I won, which I probably won more often than not. If I lost, I wanted to play him again. And I want to play him again. I want to play him again. I want to play him again. Because if they were better than me, I wanted to keep playing them till I got as good or better than them, till I could consistently be at their level or beyond. But if I beat them, what I'd want to do is I didn't want to play them anymore. What I wanted to do is I want to say, hey, who's the guy that that is the best player you've ever played. Give me their name and phone number, and I want to call them. And I'd set up and say, hey, man, you don't know me, but we both know this one guy. And I'd set up a game, and I'd play them. And same thing. If he beat me, I wanted to keep playing him. Playing him. If it was that good, I wanted to play him because iron sharpens iron, right? So when I found out I was number 2 with Home Depot, I called, basically asked the Home Depot rep, and I said, hey, who's number 1? And they said, well, it's this guy that he owns a bunch of multifamily, about over 6,000 doors. By the way, he owns none today. Actually, correct that. Practically none. He owns, I've been told, 250 doors now out of almost 7,000. I think it was somewhere like 6,800 doors, something like that, and he's liquidated all but 250. And he would have liquidated those 250, but he's got partners in on those 250 that didn't want to sell. But what does it tell you about the timing in the multifamily marketplace when a guy that's had 6,000, 7,000 doors and he's selling and you're wanting to buy? When the smart money's selling and you're buying, do you think you're the smart money or they are? Anyhow, that's another story. So I wanted to find out, first off, how did he buy all these multifamily doors? And he did it not by buying them in the open market like most of you guys are buying or wanting to buy, but he did it by buying non-performing notes. He bought a non-performing notes from the bank, and I'm like, man, that's brilliant. So then go forward about a week. It's amazing when you start putting things out in the universe how you start attracting certain things into your life. So I want to know more about this note buying stuff. So there was an event that was happening at the Norris Conference Center, guy out of Dallas putting on this expo. This was many years ago. And I was going to be a speaker at the expo and have a booth at the expo. And then there was this other guy named Scott. Scott's good buddy of the radio show, Scott Carson. He's the note expert. And I went and heard Scott for about an hour. Now, I was already sold before I heard Scott, speaking. But what I realized is Scott is the guy. Scott's the guy you want to learn notes from. So I asked him, hey, Scott, when's the next time you're doing like a big event? Like you're going to be training live in person. When's that next event going to be? Oh, man, it's going to be 2 weeks. And I'm like, come on, baby. And if you're not following on Facebook, you're just listening on radio, I'm crossing my fingers. Come on, baby. Come on, 7. Come on, it's going to be in Houston, right? I mean, I can go if it's going to be in Houston. If you make it easy for me, if you spoon feed me, I'm going to make it easy. I'll go if it's in Houston. No, Tom, sorry. It's in San Jose, California. I'm like, man, then that song popped in my head. Do you know the way to San Jose? Sorry, showing my age a little bit. So he goes, no, man, it's in 2 weeks in San Jose. And I'm like, San Jose is so far. But you know what? I don't let excuses get in the way. I don't allow excuses to get in the way. I'm an action taker. So what'd I do? I said, I'm in. I bought the ticket. He had a program that you buy, like our club level membership, you pay a fee and it's good for a year. Go as many times to his weekend event. I don't know if that program's still offered, but it was then. And I'm like, okay, I want to be at the next one. Take action. Why delay? If I can learn a way to add this guy learned a way to buy 6,800 doors for pennies on the dollar. There's an expense for going, but what's the expense for not going? Oh my gosh. So many times we calculate the expense of doing something, we don't calculate the expense of not doing something. So guess what? Booked a flight. Southwest Airlines, went out to San Jose, took a Uber out to the hotel. I got a hotel room at the host hotel where the event's going to be. That way I could, just go down from my room, go straight into the event, spend all day, hung out, went to lunch together afterward, during the lunch break, hung out with Scott there, went to dinner. Drank the Kool-Aid and blown away. There was so much information. Understood I didn't know about real estate what I know today. I knew a lot about the construction. I knew about buy and hold. I understood he had so many different systems and processes. It was literally like drinking information from a fire hose. Now, go to the weekend. What I realized is I got so much information. Now, what a lot of people would do is go back and review their notes and try and absorb it all and try and remember it all. What I realized is repetition really drives memory. And memory drives learning, right? Learning is understanding. It's not just memorizing. So then I said, hey, when's your next event? It's going to be in Houston, right? If it's in Houston, I can go. If it's in Dallas, I'll go. If it's in Austin, I can go. If it's close, I can go. So many people will allow the distance be the excuse. No, Tom, it's in like 2 more weeks.
2 minutes.
And it's in San Diego. Like, San Diego? Wow, that's so far. Guess what? It was free to me to go except for the plane ticket and the hotel room. Booked an airline flight. Flew out to San Diego. You know, I had absorbed a certain amount. You only have ears to hear what you need to know to solve your next most immediate problem. I was in a different place 2 weeks later. I'd already absorbed some of the information. Then when I went 2 weeks later, was it exactly the same? It was very, very similar. Scott's really good at teaching the information, but I had different ears to hear. That's one of the things I recognize, that when people come to our event, we have people at all different skill levels. We have some people that have done, no real estate whatsoever. We have some people that have done 2 or 3 flips, or some people that have done 2 or 3 buy and holds. We've got some people that have done 20 or 30 or 40 deals. We've even had people in our room before that have done over 250 deals. Guess what? They're all hearing the exact same thing in terms of receiving through their ear canal, but they're also all absorbing something different because they're all hearing what they need to solve their most immediate problem, to get them to the next level. So when I went out to San Diego, I'm an action taker. So I know we're coming up on a break. We'll go just a minute early. Thanks for staying tuned. Thanks for listening. Please stay tuned through the break. I'll keep on going. I want to tell you more about the rest of this story, the difference between action takers and non-action takers.
Mike's off.
Sorry, I kind of left you hanging. You were expecting me to give out the phone number or something like that. I know.
Yeah, I was going to.
Sorry. It's all right.
A lot like a game of chance. You simply don't know what you're going to get. The foundation repair industry as a whole doesn't carry a license, nor is it regular.
I'm going to make one more phone call real quick.
Okay, you're good. You got, 3.5 minutes.
Review all of our files to give you the best foundation analysis in today's market. Remember to check before ever repair. Call 346-702-3825, or you can reach us online at foundationcheck.com.
Taxes. Just the sound of that word makes people cringe. At Anderson Advisors, we provide tax reduction through asset protection for real estate investors throughout the country. Our unique philosophy has CPAs, lawyers, bookkeepers, and estate planners with one common goal: helping you, the real estate investor. Check us out today at AndersonAdvisors.com, and don't forget to tell us you heard about us at Right Path Real Estate.
Real estate investors, if you're not familiar with Quest IRA, let me tell you what you're missing. We've got free weekly educational classes, networking opportunities, and the ability to tap into trillions of dollars for your real estate investing deals. Come by our office or join us remotely as we simulcast all of our educational classes every Tuesday morning and evening. For more information, call us at 1-855-FUN-IRAs or visit our website at questira.com.
Are you looking for an investor-friendly general contractor for your investment property? Then call Fast Track Remodeling at 832-742-9992 or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Fast Track Remodeling specializes in turnkey remodeling of single-family investment properties. Whether it's a flip rehab or a rental rehab, we manage every aspect of a rehab from start to finish with a highly efficient, standardized process.
Over the last 6 years, Fast Track has completed over 700 projects, which has helped us to create our 3 keys to success. Use a detailed scope of work so that everything gets done, train and maintain quality crews so it gets done right, and complete the work in a proper order so it gets done fast.
No more managing it yourself, no more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at 832-742-9992. Again, that's 832-742-9992, or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Time is money in a real estate deal. If your insurance company is slow or non-responsive, you could lose a deal like that. You need a quick turnaround on quotes, binders, and the agency for that is Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas. The team at Benchmark understands the investor mindset. They know what you need and when you need it. It's there for you. Call Houston's leading real estate risk management experts, Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas, 281-569-4353. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com.
Hello, real estate investors. Do you need
Hey,
a
Tom.
lender that moves fast at the speed of a jet to fund your investment properties? Jet Lending will help you purchase properties quickly with as little cash out of pocket as possible. Jet Lending also sets up a repair escrow fund to help you with repair costs. Jet Lending is your fast and friendly hard money source for first-time investors and
Hey, Tom.
professionals. Call 281.
I'm just making sure. We got 30. We got like 30 seconds.
You know what's weird is I'm not even watching the clock or time or anything like that. It's just I've got this internal thing going.
Damn, you're good.
I don't know about that, but
How much it's worth, or more importantly, what to do to maximize your investment while mitigating risk.
I have a pretty good feel for what
Started NextGen Appraisal.
6 minutes is.
NextGen is a group of appraisers specializing in investment real estate. We understand that
All
investors
right, we got
aren't just looking
13
for a
seconds.
number of what
All
their
right.
property is worth, but a comprehensive analysis of the market. Give NextGen a call at 713-346-9911 or check us out online at nextgenappraisals.com.
This is Business 1110.
Hot mics.
Hey, welcome back. Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. So talk about taking action. So want to apply that to real estate. Had a conversation yesterday with a guy. I was approached, a couple of months ago by one of our students. And he said, look, I've got this family situation. I got a niece. And she and a half-sister inherited a piece of property. And they're not really getting along about what to do with it. And I can't really do anything with it because, you know, the family situation, I'm too tied. I want to get involved in the politics of the family and all that. Can you help my niece out? So, well, yeah, let me take a look at the situation, blah, 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 right? So I get involved, talk to the niece. You know, she lives out in California. She's a young lady. Look at the property. It's here in Houston. You know, run some analysis, calculate the risk, calculate how long. And it's like really essentially I'm not just buying a piece of property. I'm buying her problem, right? And if I'm going to buy somebody else's problem and now I have to deal with the problem because I don't know these other people. I mean, if she can't get along with her sister, I mean, what makes me think I can? Maybe she's one of those people nobody can get along with. And so we close on the property. I end up making her an offer. She accepts the offer. I close on her half of the piece of property. So now I own a half. It's an undivided 1/2 interest. You know, we open up title to the title company, saw what we were doing. Title company drew up the deed. We signed the deed. They signed the deed. Now we own it, right? Well, now I've got to make the phone call, and I do. And all I want to do is just sit down with the husband and wife that own the other half of the piece of property. Like, hey, what are we going to do? And we've got really 3 options, right? I can buy your half out. You can buy my half out, you know, or we can work together, get the property fixed up. Let's sell it. I mean, that's what we do, right? But let's get this going, right? I'm an action taker. I take action. So, you know, this guy, he goes, well, I'm really busy. I own my own business. And I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of busy too. You know, I've got a real estate education company. I've got 2 real estate investing companies. I'm partners in 2 other businesses. I mean, I've got, you know, I own 3. I'm partners on 2 others. I mean, a little bit busy. He goes, well, you're kind of coming at me a little bit intense. You know, and I'm like, dude, I contacted you 3 weeks ago. You've been trying to reach an attorney. An attorney hasn't returned your phone call in 3 weeks. He goes, man, don't be pushing me. I'm like, how is 3 weeks pushing you? He goes, I don't understand. You know, you're making me suspicious because you're pushing me. And I'm like, it's not about that I'm doing anything. I just want to sit down and have a conversation because I think if you meet me, you would realize that I could be your best friend. Now, I could be your enemy also. I promise you don't want me you'd rather have me as your friend than your enemy, but I think that's true of anybody. And I'm always fascinated by people. Do you think successful people are open to conversations or closed to conversations? Yeah, everybody's saying open, right? Do you think unsuccessful people are open to conversations or closed to conversations? I find it fascinating. You can learn a lot about people about whether or not they answer their phone when it rings. I find successful people answer their phone. Hello? Hey, it might be opportunity calling. You don't want to answer when opportunity's calling? I find unsuccessful people, I don't know who this is. We're going to let it go to voicemail. It's fear-based. Successful people are not fear-based in life. Successful people take action. They don't let things take 3 weeks that could take 1 day. Why would you ever be opposed to sitting down with anyone and having a conversation for possibilities? In fact, why would you ever want to delay a better future? We've had people that registered for a free event where we're going to change their mindset about what investing should look like. They register for a free event, they get a reminder text, a reminder email, a reminder phone call. Hey, do you have any questions about where it is? You know that 9 out of 11 people that register for the event never even pick up their phone when we do a reminder phone call? I find that fascinating. Then the second thing that happens is that so many people, when you call up, we call people that said, yes, I'll be there, and then they get a reminder text, reminder email, reminder phone call, and on the phone call, they pick up the phone, they say, yeah, I'll be there. And when they don't show up, then we call them the next day and say, hey, man, is everything okay? I mean, out of a sense of concern. And they go, yeah, traffic was really bad. I'm like, wait, we're on the Katy Freeway, and our event starts at 6:30, and we're west of the Beltway, like at Kirkwood and I-10. And you're surprised in Houston, Texas, that the 10, for my friends from LA, right? The I-10 has got traffic? Oh, you don't understand, it was raining. Yeah, I don't know if you noticed this, Mr. Weatherman, but it's been raining for 3 weeks straight. Yeah, well, there was an accident on I-10. Yeah, newsflash, when it rains and you got to be someplace at 6:30, you know what I find is successful people show up to meetings? Unsuccessful people don't. What I realize is that when people are trying to look at their own lives and they want to turn things around to be successful, the number one reason why people are not successful is not because they don't know how to do things. It's because they don't have the discipline to show up. They don't have the discipline to make the commitment. They don't have the knowledge of how to weigh what something costs to do versus what something costs not to do. I've told this story before. I'll tell it again. There's a gentleman that joined our group. In a 10 and a half months' time, he's added over $1 million to his net worth. I don't know if you've ever done the math. $83,000 a month gets you to $1 million. You ever want to make $1 million a year? In order to do that, you got to make $83,333.33 a month times 12 gets you to $1 million. 83.33. So if you want to be on pace to make $1 million, 83,000. So imagine this. It's not unusual. Somebody says, hey, when's your next event? It's the third Saturday of this month. Now, I'm an action taker. If I hear something like that, hey, wait a second. I have an opportunity to perhaps learn some information you're going to teach me, make $1 million if I put it into action in the next 12 months. Okay, I want to be at the next one. Because I recognize the cost of delaying, not going to the October event, going to the November event instead, cost me $83,333.33, potentially. Here's the fascinating thing is, how many people do the math and say, to not go this weekend, the next available weekend is going to cost me $83,333.33. Now, are there good, valid reasons not to go? Heck yeah. If the thing that you're doing instead of doing that is going to make you more than $83,333.33, In other words, let's say that you have an opportunity to make $100,000 that weekend. Yeah, don't go to my event by all means. You're ahead of the game not going to my event. There's a cost for going to my event. Yeah, absolutely. There's a cost for not going, but there may be a cost of not going to something else. Well, then how do you quantify like a Little League game or something like that? Because sometimes people say, well, you don't understand. My son's got a Little League game. Okay, great. And as if you say that going to the Little League game is worth $83,333.33, then go to the Little League game. That's an expensive ticket. And I'm not saying that there aren't. I mean, hey, sometimes people would, if your kid's in the Little League World Series, by all means, that's priceless. I mean, that alone might be worth $1 million. If your kid's made it to the Little League World Series, you're going to, you're going to where they hold the Little League World Series, and your kid's in it. I mean, a chance like that doesn't come along very often. But if it's just a random Saturday Little League game, is that worth $83,000? I mean, if it's a preseason game, is that worth $83,333.33? If you're going to be successful in life, you've got to start doing two things. One, taking action. Number two, you've got to start analyzing the cost of doing something versus the cost of not. I've shared this before. I've helped people get healthier through good vitamin supplements. When I first got started, did it full time back in like 2000, 2001. It was a direct sales business.
2 minutes.
Helped a lot of people lose over 100 pounds. Very successful at doing that. Know the formula. There's a formula for that success. And it's fascinating. People would ask me, hey, how much are those vitamins? And they would want to know, hey, I could have very easily said, oh, they're, $34.95 for a 2-week supply. $70 for a month. $70 a month for a bunch of vitamins. But instead of answering that, because that was giving them what they're asking, but not what they needed to know, because what they needed to know is a change in thinking. Because they're trying to weigh the cost of paying $70. But here's the question. What's the cost of not taking care of your health? What's the cost of not taking action? So I would simply ask, not to be sarcastic, but if you don't change someone's mindset, if you don't change their thinking, you won't change their decisions. If you don't change their decisions, you won't change their actions. If you don't change their actions, you won't change their outcome. So I would simply ask, not sarcastically, but coming from a place of truly wanting to help. And I would simply say, do you mean if you take them or if you don't? How much do my vitamins cost? Do you mean if you take them or if you don't? And they go, what do you mean? I go, well, there's a cost for not taking them. And they go, wow, you really made me think. And I said, you're welcome. You're listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. Give us a call. I'd love it if you joined in the conversation. I'm fired up today. Stay tuned through the break.
Mic's off.
Sonia, yes, you have a club level membership. You can come 12 times over the next 12 months.
Hello, real estate investors. Do you need a lender that moves fast at the speed of a jet to fund your investment properties? Jet Lending will help you purchase properties quickly with as little cash out of pocket.
And I'm looking forward to meeting with you two folks on tomorrow, actually, Thursday.
Jet Lending has originated over 2,000 loans in Texas, valued.
And I know we're scheduled for 5.
Jet Lending will help you evaluate your deals.
And what we may do, if it's possible, because it's going to be right before base camp, and I think we only need about an hour. And I've got a doctor's appointment at 4. So would it be possible, and it's in Sugar Land, so, and my concern is late in the day, my doctor has a tendency to run late. My appointment's not going to take that long, but we may want to move that appointment to 5:30 instead of 5 if that's possible.
You found or inherited a great investment property. Problem is, you don't know how much it's worth, or more importantly, what to do to maximize.
Probably shouldn't be discussing all my medical stuff on or our appointment calendar on Facebook, because this will be here forever.
We understand that investors aren't just
Facebook's
looking
awesome.
for a number of what their property is
Juan,
worth,
if I have a deal, would your group help me on what my next steps will be and who I can contact I'm a newbie.
9911,
Absolutely.
Or check us out online at nextgenappraisals.com.
Selecting a foundation company and their product for repair is a lot like a game of chance. You simply don't know what you're going to get. The foundation repair industry as a whole doesn't.
And Juan, if you would, email support@rightpathrealestate.com.
utilizes professional engineers to review all of our files to give you the best foundation analysis in today's market. Remember to check before every repair. Call 346-702-3825, or you can reach us online at foundationcheck.com.
Did you know that there are over $24 trillion in retirement accounts in the U.S.? Imagine if you could use someone's IRA to fund all of your deals. Well, you can. Quest IRA is based locally here in Houston, Texas. At Quest IRA, we offer retirement accounts that can be used to invest in real estate, promissory notes, private entities, and much more. Many of our clients loan money from their IRAs to fund real estate deals all over the country. We don't sell any investments or give advice. However, we do hold free networking events, weekly educational classes, and free consultations with an IRA specialist. For more information, visit our website at questira.com or call us at 1-855-FUN-IRAs. To tap into the $24 trillion in retirement accounts in the U.S., call Quest IRA at 1-855-FUN-IRAs or go to our website, questira.com.
Time is money in a real estate deal. If
All right,
your
Tom,
insurance
1
company
minute.
is slow or non-responsive, you could lose a deal like that. You need a quick turnaround on quotes or binders? The agency for that is Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas. The team at Benchmark understands the
I probably should
investor
have said
mindset.
something.
They know what you need. and
Yeah, I
when
was
you
looking
need
on
it.
Facebook to
Whether
make sure you're there.
Are you
But you know there's a
first-time
lag,
home
right?
seller,
There's a
buy,
lag.
hold, or flipper? Bundling your properties on a single policy will help save time and money. Benchmark has been in business for over 10 years, and we insure over 30,000 properties. Contact Benchmark about our exclusive investor package. Call us and let us show you what we can do for you at 281-569-4353. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com. That's benchmarkbroker.com. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com.
This is Business 1110.
All right, hot mics.
Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. I hope you guys have as much fun with this radio show as I do, because I do it for you, and I sure have a good time doing it, because I really want to make a difference. I'm a firm believer in Zig Ziglar's Zigism that says you help enough other people get what they want in life, and yours is an automatic. And what I recognize is that I've studied a success for a long period of time, and success leaves clues. And I have a lot of interesting moments throughout the day. There was a moment yesterday, young lady scheduled an appointment with me. She wanted to talk to me. I've known her for a while. Don't want to disclose who she is or anything like that, but she came to me and she was really asking some very pointed questions. And I knew that the answers that I was going to give her were going to be honest and truthful, but weren't going to be the answers that she was looking for. And I also recognized that I was going to tell her what she needed to hear, which is also not what she was looking for. And the main thing that she was looking for is, hey, I feel like I need help. And that because I'm not getting help, it's the reason why I'm failing. And what I said is, that's not what successful people do. What successful people do is they look in the mirror and say that if I'm failing, the reason why I'm failing is because of the person I'm looking at in the mirror. Because that person's looking right back at me. The only person that you can blame your success or failure on is the person looking at you in the mirror. Now, give you a story. Back in March of 2010, I had a growing wholesale health insurance business. We had 110 agents in 7 states that had contracted to write health insurance for us and some life insurance. It was a special life insurance policy that went hand in glove with our health insurance. was a great setup, sweet setup. Great for, it's a real win-win. Win for the carriers. It was a well-designed product for the carriers, well-designed product for the consumer, well-designed product for the agent. I mean, it was a win-win-win scenario. Great for the marketplace, great for everybody involved. March of 2010, Obamacare passes. Love me some Nancy Pelosi. One of the most idiotic statements I've ever heard. Well, let's pass it, and then we'll read what's inside of it. Hey, let me hand you this contract. Don't read it. Just go ahead and sign it. Then you can read and see what's in it. Would you sign that contract? If it's one page, you probably wouldn't sign a one-page contract without reading it. Now imagine how much more complex it would be if it was 2 pages or 3 pages or 4 pages. The longer it gets, the more nervous you'd be about signing it, right? Hey, sign it, then read, see what's inside of it. 1,600 pages. No way in heck you would sign it. But they did. Now, I could be bitter. I could, no fault of my own. I'm doing all the right things. I'm playing by the rules. I'm staying in my lane. I'm killing it. About ready to start doing extremely well. Rug gets pulled out from underneath me. Do I blame anybody? No. What good's that going to do? What good's that going to do? Don't need to blame anybody. Need to get busy. Needs to get into massive action. One of the things I learned from a direct sales business is massive action solves all problems, but it doesn't work just in direct sales. That's a good trainer for all of life. Massive action solves all problems. I guarantee you there's never been a problem solved laying on the couch watching TV. Never been a problem solved watching a football game. Massive action is what solves all problems. Daniel says, my wife and I are go-getters, have taken your weekend class, which helped us tremendously. Again, takers. And the only thing that has stopped us from flipping is the liquid assets. Found 2 deals in 1 month, but getting to wholesale them. Yeah, I understand that. So here's the issue with that. What I recognize is that that's one way of looking at things. But if you were part of our, group that continues beyond the weekend, when you bring those kind of deals within Basecamp, sometimes it makes sense to wholesale those because of cash flow, but sometimes you can actually partner with people on those kind of deals, or the money's never hard to find if it's really a deal. Money's never, ever the issue. And yes, Daniel, you guys are action takers. That's for sure. But, here's the thing is action takers need to surround themselves with other action takers. Great racquetball players need to surround themselves with other great racquetball players, great swimmers, great athletes, great thinkers. I mean, I had a phone call this morning with one of my favorite thinkers. I mean, he's a guy that, he's one of those guys that you just get in there and he causes you to think, and I love debating with this guy because he wants to get to the truth of the issue, whatever issue it is that you're discussing with whether it's religion, and he's good. You better bring your A game in terms of thought and knowledge if you want to converse with this guy. I consider him a great friend, and I just love having conversations. You have to expand your vocabulary. You get to. That's a changing thing. I have to expand my vocabulary. No, you get to expand your vocabulary. The more you expand the vocabulary, the better you can accurately describe what you're really trying to communicate. It's fascinating how your thinking leads to the decisions. Your decisions lead to your actions. Your actions lead to the results you have in life. I love the Jim Rohn phrase that says, don't wish that life were easier. Wish that you were better. We have the ability to make ourselves better in life. I always hate it when people say something like, oh, that guy, he was a born salesman, or that guy was a born whatever. It really minimizes the effort that was put in to create those skill sets. Would you ever say somebody's a born neurosurgeon? Oh, he's a born chemist. Wait, what? No one's born doing anything. except crying and sleeping and sucking and eliminating waste. That's about all we can do. Little bit of movement, herky-jerky movement, right? Can't even hold our head up well. That's the skill set we come in with. Everything beyond that, it's learned. Everything beyond that is learned. Now, do we have some certain aptitudes? I mean, I got an undergrad degree in psychology. I can discuss ad nauseum, nature versus nurture. Have my own little household experiment going on. For those of y'all that know me, I mean, Jeff's my youngest brother. We have the same mom. We have different dads. My stepdad adopted me. My stepdad had a son from his first marriage that's biologically his, and man, they sure look alike, but man, I act a lot like my stepdad. I call him Dad. He adopted me when I was 11. I've got his same last name. When I think of, hey, Dad, what are you doing? And he's my dad. Now, I still know my biological dad, and I can call him Dad also, but the first guy that pops into my head, and I love both of them. You know, what's interesting is we have the ability to expand and love more than one person. That's an abundance mindset. If I love one person, if I love one dad, doesn't mean I don't have room for loving another dad. I have two dads that love me. I feel very blessed. And I have a mom that loves me. And I share all that to say that I feel like that's some of the things that have shaped. I feel sorry for folks that didn't experience that, but don't let that be your excuse. Massive action solves all problems. If you start taking action, you will have different results. Now, it's important. If you don't have experience taking action, get with someone that is more like who you want to be. Look for a mentor. Surround yourself with other action takers. I'm always fascinated. I want to ask people the question. I'm going to start asking this in the weekend retreat. The people that you hang around with on a daily basis, are they the kind of people that you want to be like long term? If the answer is yes, keep doing it. If the answer is no, then don't. Had the opportunity to have dinner with my daughter last night. We had dinner with two other folks. We were planning a trip together. We're going to Disney soon. We had a trip to Disney scheduled a couple of months ago. We were actually at the airport. We were in the American Express Lounge at Intercontinental Airport. You know, we're ready to fly to Orlando. We'd already checked in with United. We're waiting. We had eaten a little bit of breakfast. My daughter woke up not feeling well. She had not been feeling well for a couple of days. I thought she was on the mend. She looks up at me with these sad little eyes. She said, "Dad, would you be mad if we didn't go?" How bad does a 12-year-old kid have to feel to look up and say, "Dad, would you be mad if we didn't go to Disney?" I mean, nearly broke my heart. Of course I wouldn't be mad. I mean, it's different than saying, "Hey, Dad, would you be mad if I didn't want to go to school today?" That's totally different, right? But Disney, come on. Well, we're going to get a chance to, the people that had put the trip together before have been kind enough to put together another trip, and we're going to go this time. On the drive from going to the restaurant, my daughter says, "Hey, Dad, what's your dream house like?" And I started describing some of the features. Don't really have an idea in terms of where or any of that kind of stuff, but I have an idea in mind. Some of the things, obviously, I've been in enough houses now. I know some things I like and what I don't like. And it was amazing to me here at 13 years old, she has a very clear vision. Now, it's a 13-year-old vision, but she has a very clear vision of what her dream house is. The detail, she spent 20 minutes describing in very vivid detail what it is that her dream house is going to look like. And I thought, isn't that fascinating? I wonder how many people beyond the age of 30 can spend 20 minutes describing in detail what their dream house is going to look like. You're listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817, 713-785-1817.
Mike's off.
Hey, one, that's what we do. If you want to find out more about our stuff, go to our Right Path Real Estate page, rightpathrealestate.com. Sorry, rightpathrealestate.com. And we do a free event, and that's a great place to get started.
Probably not a question of if you have movement, that wins. Call Foundation Check for a truly independent, unbiased foundation evaluation. Foundation Check has been in business since 2009 and has completed over 1,400 evaluations. We're not in the business of repairing foundations or selling you unnecessary peer work, but we are in the business of evaluating your foundation. Our product is designed for house flippers, landlords, or even owner-occupied properties. Each of our
It is a
products
yearly
is
membership.
by a licensed engineer. Remember to check before ever repair. Call 346-702-3825. That's 346-702.
Yeah, in fact, going back to Sonia's question earlier,
Reach us online.
I'm surprised that more people don't repeat it more times during the year.
Time is money in a real estate deal. If your insurance company is slow or non-responsive, you could lose a deal like that. You need a quick turnaround on quotes, binders, and the agency for that is Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas. The team at Benchmark understands the investor mindset. They know what you need and when you need it. It's there for you. Call Houston's leading real estate risk management experts. Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas, 281-569-4353. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com.
Real estate investors, if you're not familiar with Quest IRA, let me tell you what you're missing. We've got free weekly educational classes, networking opportunities, and the ability to tap into trillions of dollars for your real estate investing deals. Come by our
Thank you very
office
much. I
or
appreciate
join us
that.
remotely as we sign
Hey,
up
Juan, how
for
did you
all of
hear
our
about our show?
educational classes every Tuesday morning and evening. For more information, call us at 1-855-FUN-IRAs or visit our website at questira.com.
Are you looking for an investor-friendly general contractor for your investment property? Then call Fast Track Remodeling at 832-742-9992 or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Fast Track Remodeling specializes in turnkey remodeling of single-family investment properties, whether it's a flip, rehab, or a rental rehab. No more managing it yourself. No more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at 832-742-9992.
You found or inherited a great investment property. Problem is, you don't know how much it's worth, or more importantly, what to do to maximize your investment while mitigating risk. This is exactly why we started Next Gen Appraisals. Next Gen is a group of appraisers specializing in investment real estate. We understand that investors aren't just looking for a number of what their property is worth, but a comprehensive analysis of the market. Give NextGen a call at 713-346-9911 or check us out online at nextgenappraisals.com.
Hi, Clint Coons here, attorney
1
and
minute.
avid real estate investor. You know the greatest mistake real estate investors make is not understanding the potential liability that exists from owning real estate. At Anderson Business, Legal, and Tax Advisors, we specialize in protecting real estate investors in all 50 states. In addition to structuring your business for optimum protection, we provide guidance so you pay the least amount of taxes available under the law. We have 150 employees that range from lawyers to CPAs to estate planners and much more. Download our free ebook, The Invisible Investor Strategy, today at AndersonAdvisors.com or call for a free risk reduction analysis and financial blueprint at 800-706-4741. Anderson Business Advisors will help you keep more of what you earn. Call us today at 800-706-4741 and mention Right Path Real Estate.
This is Business 1110.
Hot mics.
Hey, welcome back. Right Path Real Estate Radio. I'm just messing with you a little bit. Come on. Life's too short not to laugh all day long. Have you ever noticed, if you make it a point to laugh throughout the day, how much more fun you have during the day? That's really all it takes. You know, I make it a point to try and make people laugh throughout the day. It really is not that hard. So Sonia says there's so much information at the event, I feel like I need to see it again. Yeah, absolutely. And in fact, what will happen is you'll see stuff that you didn't see the first time, not because it wasn't there, but just you weren't ready to see it yet. And that's one of the points. And then Juan says, came up on YouTube when listening. Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, Bigger Pockets is an interesting format for me. Have to admit, I'm not a huge fan of Bigger Pockets because what I recognize is there's some people on there that have done like 27,000 posts. and they're like experts in real estate. And I'm like, man, how are you actually doing real estate if you do 27,000 posts? And so, you know, what I recognize is that brings up the point that we are a nation. In fact, we are a world that is drowning in information. There's this website out there. I don't know if you've heard about it, but it's the Googles. It's www. It's actually https://www.google.com, and you just hit enter. Man, you can ask that website almost anything, and you get like instant answers. It's unbelievable. I think it's going to catch on. Really, I don't know about you, but if you haven't heard about it yet, you got to give it a try. It's amazing. It's absolutely unbelievable. I think it's here to stay for, maybe not forever. I mean, I don't know what's going to be going on 1,000 years from now, but
2 minutes.
But it's pretty good. The problem is how do you distinguish good information from bad information? Because there is a ton of bad information out there, and so we are drowning in information. But what we're really seeking is wisdom, and wisdom comes from experience. But here's the thing: is you can borrow other people's wisdom. The trouble, can we distinguish when people are speaking from a place of wisdom that benefits other people, or they're speaking from a place of wisdom that benefits themselves? And what you really have to start learning is discernment. Can you discern when people have your best interest in heart? Are they people that work from a place of, hey, in order for me to have what I want, I need to help a lot of other people? Nothing thrills me more than to have successful students making more than $1 million a year. Do you think I have to worry about my success if I can help other people gain more than $1 million a year? But if I'm only focused on myself, there's a guy in town that if I've heard him say it once, I've heard him say it 1,000,000 times. Heads I win, tails you lose. It's great to be king. I hate that saying. It is not other-focused. It is not abundance mindset. It is not win-win mentality. It is not, come on in, the water's fine, there's more than enough to go around. If you want to find out more about us, if you're in Dallas, come to Gilley's tonight. Southeast, I know it's far. Especially you guys in Fort Worth. It's so far. If you just come do it in Fort Worth, I'd be there. Put your excuses away. Build your better future. If you're within an hour of Gilley's, you need to be there tonight. It will change your life, potentially. Not just if you show up. That's not enough action. Take the knowledge you'll learn tonight. Put that into action. Go to rightpathrealestate.com. Register for our free wealth and income workshop. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be in Dallas. I'll be back. I'll be on the show tomorrow for you guys. Thanks for listening.
All right, Tom, have a good one.
Thanks.